Welcome all the devotees for morning Mangalarati and Srimad Bhagavatam class. We'll start with a short prayer. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devin Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayam Mudrayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtiki Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langaite Girim Yat Krupatvam Hamande Shri Guru Tinataram Paramananda Madhavam. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 1, Text number 30. Jayur Akshini Chakshur Abhut Patanga. Jayur Akshini Chakshur Abhut Patanga. Pakshamani Vishnur Ahani Bhubecha. Pakshamani Vishnur Ahani Bhubecha. Tadbru Vichrumba Paramesti Disnyam. Tadbru Vichrumbam Paramesti Disnyam. Apo Asya Tadu Rasayiva Jihva. Apo Asya Tadu Rasayiva Jihva. Word meaning translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada. Synonyms: Vahu, the sphere of outer space; Akshini, the eyeballs; Chakshu, of wise senses; Abhut, it is so became; Patanga, the sun; Pakshamani, eyelids; Vishnu, of the personality of Godhead Sri Vishnu; Ahani, day and night; Ube, both; Cha and Tat, his eyebrows; Vijrumbaha, movements; Parameshti, the supreme entity; Brahma, Dishnam, post; Apaha, Varuna, the director of water; Asya, his; Talu, palate; Rasaha, juice; Eva, certainly; Jifa, the tongue. Translation: the sphere of outer space constitutes his eyepits, and the eyeball is the sana as the power of seeing. His eyelids are both day and night, and the movements of his eyebrows, Brahma, and similar supreme personalities reside. His palate is the director of water, Varuna, and the juice or essence of everything is his tongue. Purport: to common sense, the description in this verse appears to be somewhat contradictory, because sometimes the sun has been described as the eyeball and sometimes as the outer space sphere. But there is no room for common sense in the injunctions of the Shastras. We must accept the description of the Shastras and concentrate more on the form of the Virat Rupa than on common sense. Common sense is always imperfect, whereas the description in the Shastras is always perfect and complete. If there is any incongruity, it is due to our imperfection and not the Shastras. That is the method of approaching Vedic wisdom. Om Tat Sat. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Lakshmurum Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Utapatakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamsya Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunadanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Cha Vishakhanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostame Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shubhanusuti Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhesya Krupa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Papanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Welcome all the devotees. I thank my mentor and all my senior leaders who have given me this wonderful opportunity to share the all auspicious Bhagavatam. So today the chapter is describing the first step in God realization. Then it is actually the canton title is the cosmic manifestation. So normally we are bewildered when we look at the sky and we see the so many stars, luminaries, sun and moon. With our naked eye, we may not be able to understand the universe, and we cannot even see the sun directly with our eyes. So sun is such a powerful, but more powerful than sun is the Supreme God Krishna. So here in this chapter, how the Supreme Lord has created the cosmic manifestation, then why he has created, and how these planets are floating in the cosmos. And for scientists, it is actually till the end of their life, it is still a confusion and question mark, and they will die like that only. And again, they have to take birth in this material world. But if any fortunate person, if he can able to read Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, and clearly he will be understood, and the result of the understanding is uh, Sarva Viddhi Bhajate Mam. He has to surrender to the Creator. And some people, some religions, they say creator, creator, and but the creator has got a name also. He is Krishna. Ishvara Paramaha Krishnaha Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. He is the Karana for all the Karanas. So he has got a name. He is the Supreme Lord Krishna. So, if anybody knows this through the devotees of the Lord, then his understanding is perfect. Otherwise, if he concords mentally and even in number of lifetimes, he cannot able to understand who the Supreme Lord is. Here, the sphere of outer space constitutes his eyepits, and his eyeball is the sun as the power of seeing. Like if there is no sun, in the sense if there is no light, everything will be dark. Even though we have the eyes, we cannot able to see the objects. So that is the power of the sunlight. So that's why here this sun is compared to the eyeball of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, and his eyelids are both day and night. And in the movements of his eyebrows, Brahma and similar supreme personalities reside. So we can understand that these famous personalities, They may not be living elsewhere other than the eyelids of the Supreme Lord. And in the movements of his eyebrows, and all the personalities reside, and his palate is the director of water, Varuna, and the juice or essence of everything is his tongue. so in uh, so in the purport, Srila Prabhupada very nicely mentions that to common sense, the description in the words appears to be somewhat contradictory because sometimes the sun has been described as the eyeball and sometimes as the outer sphere, the space. So here Prabhupada emphasizes that, but there is no room for common sense in the injection. As we all know, this common sense when we use, there is the word sense. So it comes under the senses. And sense is also a material, So our senses actually, they are imperfect. How they are imperfect? So we have that cheating mentality. And now usually anybody in this world, he commits mistakes and he's um, he has got imperfect senses. Like with his eyes, he cannot able to see the things properly, and whatever he hears, it may not be correct what he guesses. And when he sees the things, objects, sometimes he is bewildered and he thinks a rope to be a snake or snake to be a rope, etc. And in this way, he has got imperfect senses. Thereby, he is completely illusioned. And in his illusion, he cannot able to comprehend the Vedic versions. So here the Vedas are mentioned as Apaurushaya. Apaurushaya means it is not man-made. It is divine made. It is made by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we here common sense is always imperfect, whereas the description of the senses is always perfect because it has been emanated by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord is all perfect. That's why we need to always approach the path of perfection. It is sure that we are imperfect, but if we can follow the perfection, in the path of perfection, we will be perfect over a period of time. So, if there is any incongruity, it is due to our imperfection and not the sastras. That is the method of approaching Vedic wisdom. So, how to approach Vedic wisdom? Tad vidhi pranipatena paniprashnena sevaya upaddekshanti jnanam jnanina tattvadarshanaha 434 Bhagavad Gita. Lord says that if you want to know about yourself, about the Supreme Lord and the whole cosmos, you should approach a bona fide spiritual master. But that spiritual master, what kind of person he is? He is a tattvadarshinaha. He has already seen the tattva, he realized the tattva, and if you can approach that personality, he can able to make you proper understanding. In this way, one should approach the Vedic wisdom, which is completely perfect, and with our own senses, if we can able to try, that is a failure actually. Shastra says, um, there are 9 lakhs of aquatics. So we don't have to go to the ocean and we don't have to waste our time in calculating, oh, there is a starfish, there is a timingal, and there is a horsefish, there is a shark. There is no need to count. When it is already mentioned by Aparushaya in the Vedas, and we blindly believe it, that's it. And thereby we have a implicit faith in Guru and Krishna. So that's why we have to follow the Vedic wisdom, the way Shastras, whatever mentioned. And yes, Shastra Vidyam Vustrijya Vartate Kamakarata. Nasha Siddhim Avapnoti Nashukam Na Param Gatim. He who discards scriptural injunctions and acts according to his own whims attains neither perfection nor happiness nor the supreme destination. Na sukam na param gatim. That's why if we can able to place our faith, our confidence, and our belief in the Shastras, and whatever we follow will be completely perfect because we are following the completely perfect. That is the Apaurusesha. So Shastra Vidya means the direction of the Shastras is given in the different castes and orders of human society. Everyone is expected to follow these rules and regulations. And practically also we are following some rules and regulations being, say for example, being citizen of any country, he has to follow whatever the government has given the rules and regulations. And even in the traffic, we have to follow the traffic signals. If we do not follow, then there will be a danger. And if we admit ourselves in any school or college, we have to follow the school codes, schools, rules and regulations. Materially, we do all this, but when come to the spirituality, we use our own tiny brain to understand the things as it is. And this way, so many doctors, so many scientists, they have been working very nicely. And during their pursuit in their material knowledge, and they may get some extra knowledge. With this extra knowledge, this materially afflicted people, since they could not do this little extra effort, and they recognize them, and they give them so many awards, rewards, accolades, titles, etc. He is a doctor, he is a famous doctor in physics, chemistry, biology, and that fellow is not a devotee of the Lord, and they may not be knowing the Vedic injunctions. Here, Vedic injunctions in Vedas, everything is perfect because the Lord is reciting in every living entity's heart. Lord says in 15:15, Sarvascha chaham hridisanyavisto matta smrutir gnanam apohanam cha vedescha sarvayar aham yeva vedya vedanta krut vedavet eva chaham. Lord says, I am seated in everyone's heart. We don't have to do any research for this. Why? If the Lord is there, then the individual entity as Jiva is also there. When individual living entity Jiva Atma leaves the body, Paramatma also leaves the body, then body becomes useless. This is the evidence. So scientifically we call it as a dead body. Then what is the difference between a dead body and living body? Dead body does not have the supreme personality of Godhead as Paramatma and Jivatma. That's why it is called dead body. Even though it is dead body, it is a part and parcel of the Supreme Lord only. Ishavashyam vidam sarvam yatkinta jagatyam jagat. Whatever that moves, whatever that does not move, everything belongs to the Supreme Lord Krishna. He is the owner actually. So then when it moves to the another body, again, the living entity enters into the another body and super soul also follows and thereby he lives for some span of life. And during his span of life, he materially concords that I am a scientist, I am a doctor, and I am a philosopher. If he materially does like this, he has to take another birth and stay back in this material world. The reason is he did not believe in the Shastras. He did not follow. He should not. Did not follow the Vedic version. He does not have belief in the existence of the God. When these telescopes and binoculars, when these are all invented, and the in that telescope, whatever the material has is being used, it is belong to the Krishna only. So if you do not have faith in the Creator, in Krishna, and you are using His own material, and we are trying to find out so many galaxies, stars, and your research is incomplete actually. That's why if you can simply approach the Vedic wisdom, Vedas, and your knowledge is perfect. So the Lord is not only all pervading, He is also localized in every individual living heart. He awards the different pretty results. He is worshipable not only as impersonal Brahman, Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the localized Paramatma, but as the form of incarnation of Vedas as well. The Vedas will give right direction to people so that they can properly mold their lives and come back to Godhead. The Vedas offer knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, And Krishna in his incarnation as Vasudeva is the compiler of the Vedanta Sutra. So the commentation on the Vedanta Sutra by Vasudeva in the Srimad Bhagavatam gives the real understanding of Vedanta Sutra. The Supreme Lord is so full that for the deliverance of the conditional soul, he is the supplier and digester of foodstuffs, the witness of his activity, the giver of knowledge in the form of the Vedas as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, the teacher of the Bhagavad Gita. He is worshipable by the conditional soul. Thus, God is all good, God is all merciful. In this way, we can able to understand who is the Supreme Lord and how he has descended into this material world, and he has made wonderful activities which a common man cannot be able to do this. Okay, so this is also describing the opulence of the Lord. So in Bhagavad Gita, there is one a nice chapter that is called the opulence of the Absolute. So in this regard, I just like to play a small video, and this video runs for around 10 to 11 minutes. And here, how the Lord has created the cosmic manifestation is clearly explained. Okay, so kindly bear with me for a couple of seconds, and I can able to present this video. With this video, the class will be ended. Hare Krishna. Can you able to see the screen? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, now we can completely see.
Thank you. Can you hear the sound?
Yes, Prabhu, perfect.
Thank you.
Volume. Volume.
This is by His Grace Radheshyam.
The Supreme Personality of God. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Listen again, O mighty armed Arjuna, because you are my dear friend. For your benefit, I shall speak to you further, giving knowledge that is better than what I have already explained. Neither the hosts of demigods nor the great sages know my origin or opulences, for in every respect I am the source of the demigods and sages. He who knows me as the unborn, as the beginningless, as the Supreme Lord of all the world, he only, undeluded among men, is freed from all sins. Intelligence, knowledge, freedom from doubt and delusion, forgiveness, truthfulness, control of the senses, control of the mind, happiness and distress, birth, death, fear, fearlessness, non-violence, equanimity, satisfaction, austerity, charity, fame and infamy, all these various qualities of living beings are created by me alone. The 7 great sages, and before them the 4 other great sages, and the Manus, progenitors of mankind, come from me, born from my mind, and all the living beings populating the various planets descend from them. One who is factually convinced of this opulent and mystic power of mine engages in unalloyed devotional service. Of this there is no doubt. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. To show them special mercy, I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. Arjuna said, "You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the ultimate abode, the purest, the absolute truth. You are the eternal, transcendental, original person, the unborn, the greatest. All the great sages such as Narada, Asita, Devala and Vyasa confirm this truth about you, and now you yourself are declaring it to me. O Krishna, I totally accept as truth all that you have told me. Neither the demigods nor the demons, O Lord, can understand your personality. Indeed, you alone know yourself by your own internal potency, O Supreme Person, origin of all, Lord of all beings, God of gods, Lord of the universe. Please tell me in detail of your divine opulences, by which you pervade all these worlds. O Krishna, O Supreme Mystic, how shall I constantly think of you, and how shall I know you? In what various forms are you to be remembered, O Supreme Personality of Godhead? O Janardana, again, please describe in detail the mystic power of your opulences. I am never satiated in hearing about you, for the more I hear, the more I want to taste the nectar of your words. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Yes, I will tell you of my splendorous manifestations, but only of those which are prominent, O Arjuna, for my opulence is limitless."
So we can understand that Lord's opulence are limitless, and there also we cannot, limit. Oh, only this video is showing this much, but their abundance and his avatar is also unlimited.
I am the Super Soul, O Arjuna, seated in the hearts of all living entities. I am the beginning, the middle, and the end of all beings. Of the Adityas, I am Vishnu. Of lights, I am the radiant sun. Of the Maruts, I am Marichi. And among the stars, I am the moon. Of the Vedas, I am the Samaveda. Of the demigods, I am Indra, the king of heaven. Of the senses, I am the mind, and in living beings, I am the living force, consciousness. Of all the Rudras, I am Lord Shiva. Of the Yakshas and Rakshasas, I am the Lord of wealth, Kuvera. Of the Vasus, I am fire, Agni, and of mountains, I am Meru. Of priests, O Arjuna, know me to be the chief, Brihaspati. Of generals, I am Kartikeya, and of bodies of water, I am the ocean. Of the great sages, I am Bhrigu. Of vibrations, I am the transcendental Om. Of sacrifices, I am the chanting of the holy names, Japa. And of immovable things, I am the Himalayas. Of all trees, I am the banyan tree. And of the sages among the demigods, I am Narada. Of the Gandharvas, I am Chitraratha. And among perfected beings, I am the sage Kapila. Of horses, know me to be Uchaishrava, produced during the churning of the ocean for nectar. Of lordly elephants, I am Airavata, and among men, I am the monarchs. Of weapons, I am the thunderbolt. Among cows, I am the Surabhi. Of causes for procreation, I am Kandarpa, the god of love, and of serpents, I am Vasuki. Of the many-hooded Nagas, I am Ananta, and among the aquatics, I am the demigod Varun, and among the dispensers of law, I am Yama, the lord of death. Among the Daitya demons, I am the devoted Prahlada. Among subduers, I am Time. Among beasts, I am the lion, and among birds, I am Garuda. Of purifiers, I am the wind. Of the wielders of weapons, I am Rama. Of fishes, I am the shark, and of flowing rivers, I am the Ganges. Of all creations, I'm the beginning and the end, and also the middle, O Arjuna. Of all sciences, I'm the spiritual science of the self, and among logicians, I'm the conclusive truth. Of letters, I'm the letter R, and among compound words, I'm the dual compound. I'm also inexhaustible time, and of creators, I'm Brahma. I'm all-devouring death, and I'm the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I'm fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. Of the hymns in the Samaveda, I'm the Brihat Sama, and of poetry, I'm the Gayatri. Of months, I'm Margashirsha, and of seasons, I am flower-bearing spring. I am also the gambling of cheats, and of the splendid, I am the splendor. I am victory, I am adventure, and I am the strength of the strong. Of the descendants of Vrishni, I am Vasudeva, and of the Pandavas, I am Arjuna. Of the sages, I am Vyasa, and among great thinkers, I am Ushana. Among all means of suppressing lawlessness, I am punishment, and of those who seek victory, I am morality. Of secret things, I am silence, and of the wise, I am the wisdom. Furthermore, O Arjuna, I am the generating seed of all existences. There is no being, moving or non-moving, that can exist without me. O mighty conqueror of enemies, there is no end to my divine manifestations. What I have spoken to you is but a mere indication of my infinite opulences. Know that all opulent, beautiful and glorious creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. But what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe.
Om Tat Saditi Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade.
So in this way, God has created the universe, and through our limit knowledge, we can know little bit. But as far as the Lord is concerned, they are unlimited. So with this, I will end our small session. Thank you very much. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.